I can feel that something is coming. It's that intuition that doesn't fail me, that says, get ready. And I don't know what it is, but I know it's going to be life-changing. It's like watching a storm, and suddenly the pressure drops out, and you see the clouds start to swirl. There's something coming, hard and fast. I hope many of you listened to those of us that were saying, get ready, prepare, and remember that desperate people will do desperate things. There's something coming at us at the speed of a runaway train. It's just waiting for it to hit. Take care, friends.
Turning to your international headlines this morning, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza continues to deepen, with increasing calls for immediate action to alleviate widespread suffering and prevent further death.
Fox's Trey Yingst has more from Tel Aviv.
Palestinians are increasingly fighting over food as the humanitarian crisis continues to deepen. The World Food Program says it's now a full-blown famine, with more than 20,000 children admitted to hospitals for acute malnutrition in just the last 3 months. Dozens of those children have died, and calls are increasing for immediate action by the international community.
You would see more children be malnourished. You would see additional mortality.
White nation! White nation! Now we start the deportation! Now we start the deportation! White nation! White nation! Close borders! Close borders! Now we start the deportation! Now we start the deportation! They're right, gentlemen.
I got this article here from End Time Headlines. It says crippling disease outbreak is linked to top secret American island base amid claims it was weaponized on purpose. Okay, so this is something else to potentially look after to see if it has any legs. But we know, they always throwing things out in the population to see how it affects the people. We went through it in 2020, and we're definitely gonna have to go through it again. There's a lot of pestilence coming, a lot of diseases are coming here to Babylon the Great and across the globe. But with that I don't know if that was a man or a woman speaking, to be honest with you. In that video the brother Hopeful Elect 3 put up, but that thing that's coming, that darkness that's coming, that was being spoken of, is the pestilence, the famine that you see going on over there in Gaza, right? The coming of the race wars. That's why I put that little clip in there of the so-called white nationalists, or the red nationalists, right? Chanting they chants in the streets. Okay, you got World War III really about to pop off. You got Trump sending nuclear submarines over there by I believe Russia, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, a lot of things are happening now, and that's why I played all those clips, man. A lot of things are happening, and it's all going to come at once, to the point where it's going to be too much for people to handle. So this is why it's important to establish a relationship with the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son before it's too late. And this is Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an important time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakat, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing His word in the four winds of the earth. And shalom to you few sincere sisters out there as well. This is Brother Ariyah coming at you with another lesson, Lord willing, is edifying. Let me get Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, And I'll start at the second verse. Well, the first, it says, moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, also, thou son of man, thus saith the Lord power unto the land of Israel, the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways. And that's what that person was speaking about in that video there, man. That runaway train she was speaking of is the anger of the Lord, man. That's what it is at the end of the day. That's what it all sums up to. The anger of the Lord. Okay, and I will send my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. And my eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity. Okay, we know the Lord to be a merciful power, so you know he pissed off. He ain't gonna have no pity, man. Okay, and the people are going to see it. They will find no pity. They will seek pity, but they will find none. They will seek refuge, but they will find none. They will seek food and sustenance, but they will find none. They will seek water, okay? Something to quench their thirst, and they will find none. There will be no pity here in Babylon the Great real soon, man. It's coming. And it says, and thy abomination shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. And thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. Okay, and we coming into those evil days, which is pretty much bad times. Okay, we're coming into those evil days, man. It's too much is happening at one time. And the end is come, right? It is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come. The day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish mine anger upon thee. And I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations. And my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways, and thine abominations are in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am the Lord that smiteth. Behold, the day, behold, it is come. The morning is gone forth. The rod hath blossomed. Pride hath budded. Violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs. Neither shall there be wailing for them. Okay? It's about to be a lot of violence out here, a lot of killing, a lot of people starving to death. I wonder if people have resorted to, starting to eat each other over there in Gaza. I mean, you just never know. Those people look very hungry over there, man. And that's something that's coming over here to Babylon the Great as well. That's another reason why I shared that, because that's coming here too. This is what Esau does, man. Okay? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right? And this is what Esau does, man. He likes to starve people out. All right? You can read throughout the Bible of Edomites doing that, man. To us. Okay? All through the Lord at the end of the day as punishment for turning our backs on him. All right? And there's nothing new under the sun that's going to happen here in Babylon the Great as well. For those of the 2/3 that have turned their back on the Heavenly Father. This is why it's important to call on the name of the Lord and establish a relationship with him, so that when these times come, that you'll have a covering, you'll have protection, okay? You'll have clothing, you'll have food, basic essentials that you need to survive, okay? The Lord will provide that for his people, okay? And for his men mainly, okay? And the men will provide it for others that are, around, okay? So yeah, that evil time is definitely coming, man. And like I said, it's just too much going on at one time for it not to, be the end, man. It's just too much going on. I'm gonna get let's get Isaiah 19, and then I'll get Daniel 12, of course. Okay, matter of fact, I'll get Daniel 12 first. Daniel 12 and 1. And it says that at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Okay, and that time is nearing. Okay, it's damn near upon us right now, man. Okay, knocking at the door. That time of trouble. Okay, and many people are not going to be prepared for this time. You know, you still got a lot of people just living in the world, living day to day, really not paying attention to what's really unfolding before their eyes. Okay, going out, drinking and partying and, worried about, sex and, getting some sex and, just having fun, trying to be happy. All these things are going to get y'all killed, man. This is why there's going to be so much death here in Babylon the Great, because it's going to catch people off guard, because they're not going to be spiritually ready for what's about to come. Let's get Isaiah 19. Right, and I'll just read 1 through 4. And it says, the burden of Egypt, okay, Babylon, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Okay, talking about Americans, man, because America is modern day Egypt, okay, which is captivity. That's what the word Egypt goes into, bondage. Okay, and we're here in bondage right now, man, whether you want to believe that or not. You over here paying taxes. You got to pay this man to live somewhere. You got to pay him for food, for clothing. You got to pay this man for everything. Any money you make, he got his hands in it, man. It's just modern day slavery. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, right? And this time is coming where everyone is going to turn on each other, man. The temperature is rising out here in these streets, man. All right? And it's about to explode. Okay? The pressure is mounting, and things are about to take a turn for the worse. And everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay? And that's speaking of what? The civil war that that's prophesied in the Bible is going to happen. I mean, you see it every day. You got people saying that cops are pulling over so-called black truckers and hanging them, right? You had that little, I forgot where it was, where them Edomites got beat up. Damn, I forgot where it was at. Anyway, some Edomites that got beat up, and everyone, it was a great uproar about it. But the Edomites slapped the dude, man. You don't slap a man, You slap a man, that's definitely gonna cause some furniture to be moving, man. All right, so to speak. So he smacked the dude, and they all got their ass whooped, man. All right, but they tried to make it an uproar. These animals, they always doing this to people. They didn't even bring out the fact that the dude started the whole thing by smacking the Jake, man. So that tension is mounting, man. Okay, it is between Edomites and Jake, man. It's mounting, and it's heating up. So city against city and kingdom against kingdom, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. Okay, and this is what America is roughly based on, is witchcraft, dealing with demons, seances and summoning evil spirits and things of that nature. It's what they do, This is what they think their power is at the end of the day, not knowing that it's the Heavenly Father that's, that's fooling them on the left-handed side, man. The Lord deals with both good and evil, man. Okay, the duality of the Lord, man, which is balance. That's the Lord's balance right there. But these, wicked-ass people that deal with these things and deal and dabble with them on the left-hand side have no understanding of that. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, right? And brothers brought that out. That's possibly speaking of Trump, man. Okay? And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, power of hosts. And he's ruling things very fiercely right now, man. He really is. And I'm glad that he's in office doing what he's doing, man, because if they would have put that woman in office, I don't think that things would be moving in the direction that they're supposed to right now. So the Lord is the master chess player, man. Okay, he makes the perfect move every time, man. Okay, that can't be countered. So he put Trump in office for a reason, and we're seeing the reasoning of it now, man, because he's basically leading the United States to their demise, man, which is what we want to see at the end of the day, man, because this place is finished. All right, this place is finished, man. Let me get 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. I'm gonna make this quick. 2nd Esdras and 15, I'll get 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Okay? And in those videos, you see that. Okay? You see the sword, okay, which is Esau, right? Out there in the streets, getting roused up. Okay? Famine, right? Which you saw over there in Gaza, which is soon coming here to Babylon the Great. Okay? Death and destruction, which is near. Okay? And the sword and famine is going to bring death and destruction at the end of the day. So once these first two pop off, the next two are coming right after it, man. Okay, let's go to verse 10. I'm just going to skip around. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Let me see. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. All right. So yeah, that's why I brought up that article about that sickness that they deliberately are trying to put out, man, and weaponize it. This is what they do. They use these sicknesses and these diseases as weapons, man, to depopulate the people, man. This is what they do. This is what we're dealing with, man. We're dealing with demons and we're dealing with devils, man. And Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Heavenly Father shall bring upon it. And people are about to feel the Lord's wrath, man. They about to feel it. Let's get verse 37. I'm just skipping around. And it says, and there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth. And they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. And that speaks for itself. There's going to be a lot of scared people out here, man. All right. A lot of people definitely afraid because, they don't understand what is happening, why it's happening, where it's coming from, if it's going to end or not. We are lucky to know these things. We are lucky to know why they're happening. Okay. A lot of these people are in the dark. We're thankful that we're not in the dark, man. That the Lord has opened our eyes to see what he's about to do to this place so we can better prepare ourselves before it comes. All right, let's get 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, and I'll read 39. And it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack that come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. All right, so yeah, we about to be in for, a ride, man, but we know that the Lord got us, man. The scriptures say that the Lord said in Isaiah 65, he said, therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Okay? So we know we trust in the Lord that we gonna be good. Okay? As long as we keep doing the work in truth and sincerity, preaching the truth, okay, the Lord got us, man. Because we're serving the Lord. So in this time when there's no food and there's a lot of people dying from the lack of sustenance, the Lord is going to take care of us. You know, but those of you that are out here bullshitting and just, you know, doing everyday bullshit things, you're going to starve out here, man. And behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. You know, you got a lot of people out here that's going to be dying from thirst as well. Okay, but the Lord's men are going to be good. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart and shall howl for vexation of spirit. All right, a lot of that's gonna be going on around us. You know, people, you know, there's no, I can just imagine there's no greater pain than feeling your body eat itself alive, man, while you just laying there with no type of energy to move. And your body is just, you can just feel your body feeding on itself, man. You know, that has to be that's the worst death, man. Okay, the scriptures say it's better to be killed by the sword than to die of starvation, man, roughly paraphrasing. That's not a way you want to go, and that's a way a lot of people out here are going to leave this earth, man. And then, when they leave this earth like that, when the missiles hit, the Lord gonna put your body he's gonna put your spirit in a body and throw your ass right back down there in that fire, man. You know? That second death, if you will. Let me see. I think that's all I had, man. I ain't really have much. I just had a couple of scriptures, but yeah, things are definitely heating up out here, man. So yeah, what that person was speaking of was the anger of the Lord, man. That's that runaway train that he was speaking of. The anger of the Lord, man. The indignation of the Heavenly Father. Shalom.